Hello and welcome to the New York Sports Show. I'm your host, Dominic Konowski. On the line, we have Gabe, better known as Playoff Tanaka on both Twitter and YouTube. Gabe, it's a true honor to have you on to talk some New York Yankee baseball.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. Happy to talk some Yanks with you.
Yeah, the New York Yankees having a very big offseason when it comes to signing star talent. Of course, Aaron Judge coming back to the New York Yankees by way of a 9-year, $360 million contract. And I figure that could be the first topic we get into for today's episode. Of course, Aaron Judge having a monster 2022 season where he batted splits of 311, 425, and 686 in a total of 157 games. A historic home run campaign, hitting an American League lead-in 62 home runs, also put up 131 RBIs. How would you describe Aaron Judge's 2022 season?
It was really something. It was special. I know that word gets used all the time, but it was really special to watch day in and day out, you know. I was able to catch most of the Yankee games last year, so, I mean, I'm obviously biased, but to watch this guy, you know, every day and, like, doing it while playing center field, by the way, and, you know, he had his best stretch while the Yankees were kind of having their worst stretch, and he was just unbelievable the entire season, man, and, like, it's the type of season that you'll tell your kids and their kids about, like I got to see Aaron Judge's magical 62 home run season.
I agree with you 100% on that. And you added the note, you know, he also played center field. He was in the outfield for the New York Yankees this season. He was not getting any extra rest. He was not the DH for the Yankees. You know, he was playing both offense and defense, and that makes it even more amazing just how he was able to keep up that consistency, even when the New York Yankees were having their low points in the season, going on multiple game losing streaks. Aaron Judge still kept sharp and still kept hitting. But one of the biggest things that concerns me about this contract, now Aaron Judge coming back, he will be the captain. It's already been announced a few weeks ago. He is the captain of the New York Yankees. So Aaron Judge, I think he's going to have a great 2023 season and even 2024. But we're talking about a 9-year contract going down the road. I do think that's going to show. Of course, it's wear and tear. But the main thing I'm concerned about right now is his playoff stats. First of all, New York Yankees going for a World Series. They have not won a World Series or been to one since 2009. What would you say the strategy is with Aaron Judge making, of course, another playoff push for 2023?
Yeah, I certainly think, first of all, obviously, Judge did not play well last postseason. I think he had an OPS of 490, which, you know, the entire structure of the offense pretty much built around Judge and just hoping Judge could carry the team. I think he certainly slowed down going into the playoffs. It was just so much pressure going down the stretch with the home run chase and all that. And, I mean, you know, we like to think Judge, we think of him as kind of like a superhuman, but he is human too, you know? And I think that certainly got to him a little bit. It probably tired him out. And he just, you know, and it's a very small sample, you know? The playoff stats, you could kind of go either way. Like, if they're fantastic, like Derek Jeter is known for his great play in the postseason, or if you don't perform well in the postseason, that's kind of how you're remembered. And it's tough because it's a small sample size. But I'm really not too worried about Judge. You know, he's a great player. His stats in big moments during the regular season are really good. I just think it's kind of a small sample. And, you know, A-Rod was kind of known as a playoff choker, and then he carried the team in the 2009 postseason. So I think Judge has a couple big playoff runs ahead of him, for sure.
Yeah, I do agree. I've heard a lot of people compare Aaron Judge to Alex Rodriguez. And, of course, A-Rod, he led the New York Yankees that playoff year. Overall, Aaron Judge's sample size of the playoffs features 44 games and splits of 211, 310, 462, 13 home runs, and 66 strikeouts. That's about 2 on average per game in the playoffs. But the thing is, though, I feel like he makes up for all that with his great defensive work, to be honest with you. But nevertheless, I feel like a guy who's getting paid close to $400 million, he needs to be putting up more solid, consistent numbers in the playoffs, especially since the Yankees offense, as you mentioned, is in a way built around him and him being the leader, carrying them sometimes to the win.
Yeah, and I mean, Aaron would obviously be the first one to tell you this. Like, in New York, you're remembered for how you perform in the playoffs. Like, I think, that pretty much is what won Giancarlo Stanton over to a lot of the Yankee fans. They weren't too thrilled with him. He got booed in his first ever home game. And he's been an absolute monster in the postseason. Like, an absolute beast. And, I mean, I think that's kind of like what has turned Yankee fans, most of Yankee fans, into big Giancarlo Stanton supporters. And, if you play well in the postseason, you'll be remembered in New York as a hero forever. So that's pretty much the only thing Judge still has left to do with the Yankees win a World Series and, be a big part of it.
Yeah, in a way, if Aaron Judge wins the World Series, it would be a case closed almost for, the Aaron Judge, the impact he put and the name that he put with the New York Yankees, of course, in a good way. I think, personally, the New York Yankees and Aaron Judge could win a few World Series together before he ends up retiring. I mean, this is a team that overall got some fixes this offseason in way of trade and free agent signings so far.
Yeah, that was really cool to see Judge, officially named captain, even though he's kind of been the captain for a couple of years now, pretty much since his breakout season in 2017. He's kind of been viewed as the leader. So I don't know if too much will change there, but it was really cool, the whole ceremony and everything with Judge, with Jeter there and Randolph, and it's well deserved, dude. I mean, Aaron Judge, he screams captain. He's kind of like my generation. I know he doesn't like being compared to Jeter, but he's kind of like my generation's version of Derek Jeter. He's a guy you want to be. He's a guy kids look up to.
Yeah, he's had that kind of impact, and as you said, he was basically the unannounced captain of the organization since that breakout 2017 season, and now here he is. He's one of the most famous New York Yankees and he will go down as that in franchise history. A long time from now, people will still be talking about Aaron Judge and the impact he had.